Now I am going to demonstrate the determination of molar mass of a non-volatile solute by Walker-Lumsden method. So this method is applicable to colligating properties. As you know, there are four types of colligating properties, namely lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure. So this method involves the determination of molar mass by measuring the boiling point. So you must know the elevation in boiling point. The meaning of elevation in boiling point is the value of difference in boiling point between solute and solvent. So as you know, the vapor pressure of two systems, solvent and solution. So the vapor pressure in case of solvent is greater than the vapor pressure of solvent. So because the solid molecules are much free in case of solvent when compared to solution. So therefore the vapor pressure of the solvent is found to be greater than the vapor pressure of the solution. So since vapor pressure is inversely proportional to boiling point, so therefore the boiling point of the solution is higher than the boiling point of the solvent. So now we need to find out the elevation in boiling point in this experiment. The elevation in boiling point is nothing but the difference in temperature or boiling point between the solvent and the solution. Since the solution temperature is more than the solvent temperature, the difference is called as elevation in boiling point and is called as delta Tp. So in addition to this, you must also know the value of the mass of solute taken for the experiment. So that I have to do now. So by using the mass of solute and elevation in boiling point, you can able to find out the molar mass of a non-volatile solute using this expression 1000 into Kb into amount of solute taken for the experiment, which is divided by elevation in boiling point and which is multiplied with volume of solution which is measured after taking the boiling point of solution and which is multiplied with the density of water at lab temperature. So now we must know the value of W. So now let's start with the experiment. The value of W is taken by weighing the solute. So now we have to take the initial weight of the solute before transferring into the apparatus. So the value is 4.46. Now we will write it on the board. The value of W equals 4.46 grams. So this is the value. This is the value of initial weight. So I will use this for the experiment. So before I am going to start the experiment, so I will explain the apparatus. I will explain the apparatus. So just I will keep the sample. I will keep the sample with me. So meanwhile I will explain the apparatus. So it consists of steam can in which steam is generated, and other side of the apparatus consists of inner boiling tube. This is called as an inner boiling tube, and it is also known as a graduated inner boiling tube since it has been labeled. So you can able to see the volume up to 35 ml. So this has a capacity. You can able to see the measure the volume of solution up to 35 ml, and it carries 2-hole rubber cork. One carries thermometer whereas the other carries steam tube. So in this you have to place it in the outer tube, and this outer tube helps for the uniform rate of heating. So while doing the experiment, you need to connect this steam tube with this to this apparatus with the help of rubber tubing. So that's what the apparatus which has been used in this experiment.
Sir, one minute.
To begin with the experiment, we have to take 10 ml of solvent in the inner boiling tube. Now we have to fix thermometer and the steam tube, and the entire set we have to place it in the outer tube. Now we need to pass the steam. So connect the rubber tube to the apparatus. Now the steam is coming. Now it is passing through the solvent, pure solvent, there is water. So you can see the bubbles, formation of bubbles. So it indicates the steam is passing through this solvent, which is taken in the inner boiling tube. Now there is a gradual increase in the thermometer. So the mercury column is rising now.
Okay, sir. Place it properly. Burner fast.
Temperature is rising. Now it is 60. $62, 65, 70. Still it is rising. Now we must find out the boiling point of solvent. So it shows a constant value. The mercury line remains stagnant at a particular graduation. That you have to find out. So the boiling point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. Now it is 72. It's rising slowly.
Sir, it is
So
constant.
you can see the water is boiling. Now the boiling point of solvent is 97 degrees Celsius. So according to this thermometer, the value of boiling point remains constant. It remains constant for a few minutes. Now you have to note down it as T1. So that is the boiling point of solvent. The value of boiling point of solvent is taken as 97 degrees Celsius. Now we need to make a solution. So remove this inner boiling tube. Take a fresh water, again 10 ml.
Cool, madam.
Fresh water.
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಡ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ
Take less. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಇದನ್ನ
ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಲ್ಬ್.
So this is sample. It is a non-volatile solute whose molecular weight has to be determined. So it has a
ಸೈಡು
hole at its middle. So this ensures for escaping of excess vapors which is coming out from the apparatus. You have to hold like in this fashion by transferring the solid. Keep the apparatus like this. Fix the thermometer and the steel tube. Now you need to take the second weight. It is 3.57. The value of W2 equals 3.57 grams. Okay, now we need to find out the value of T2, that is boiling point of solution. Again, you have to connect to the apparatus from steam can with the help of this rubber tubing. Now steam is passing inside, passing through the solution. So there is a gradual rise in the mercury column. Now it is heated up. So it takes time to boil the solution. Now the boiling point of solution is slightly greater than the boiling point of solvent, since the solvent molecules in solution are not much free when compared to solvent in a free state or pure state. The value of boiling point here is found to be slightly greater than the value of the boiling point of solvent. Now the value is around 65. Now there is a gradual increase in the temperature. Still the solution is not at boiling. Now it's you can see the bubbles. So there is a continuous boiling of the solution. Now I have to take those reading as T2, that is a boiling point of solution. Now it is found to be, you can see the solution is boiling. Now to record the boiling point of solution, so the value is 97.5. Now we have to disconnect this. The value of boiling point of solution is found to be, that is T2. It is found to be 97.5 degrees Celsius. There is one more reading we need to record, that is volume of solution. For this, you have to remove the inner boiling tube from the apparatus and you need to cool this. See that the hole should be on the upper side. You should hold the apparatus in such a way that the hole which is there at the middle of this bulb should be on the upper side of this. Just you can cool this so that vapors also gets condensed. So there will be increase in the volume of solution. Initially we had taken 10 ml. Due to the steam condense of those vapors, the volume will be increased. And it is ml. The volume of solution is around 13.5. Okay, you can the reading is near 14. You can take it as 14 ml. So the value of volume is taken as 14 ml or 14 cm3. Using these values, we can able to find out the value of molar mass for first trial. So the value of amount of solute taken for the first trial is given by the difference between these two. That is 4.45. There is the initial weight, that is before transfer, and this is after transfer of the MW and W2. The value is 0.88 grams. The amount of solute taken for the experiment is 0.88 grams, and the boiling point of solvent is found to be 97 degrees Celsius, whereas for solution is 97.5 degrees Celsius, and the difference in boiling point is 0.5 degree. Then volume of solution is nearer to this 14 ml. It is in between 13 and 14 ml, but it's quite nearer to 14 ml. You have to note it as 14 cm3. Now, by knowing all these values, you can able to find out the value of molar mass. It is given by 1000 into kb. The value of kb is 0.52 for water. Then the value of mass of solvent taken for the experiment, it is given by 0.88. 4 divided by delta Tb, the value of delta Tb is 0.5. Then volume is 14 ml. Then the value of density at lab temperature, it is found to be 0.9962. So we need to multiply all this. You have to simplify this equation, then you get the molar mass. It is given by 1000 into 0.52 into 0.88 divided by 0.5. This is divided by 14, again divided by 0.9962. So 1000 into 0.52 into 0.88, that equals so much divided by 0.5, again divided by 40, this is divided by 0.9962. So the value is found to be 65.562. Since your urea is taken for the experiment, the value is supposed to be 60. So due to some experimental error, so we used to get slight slight error. So it is found to be 65.62. So according to the literature, the value is supposed to be 65. So this is for first trial. Similarly, you can also repeat the experiment for a second trial for taking the another sample.